Hello everybody, welcome to the MAGMA Studios channel. I'm MAGMA, and today we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this Droid Tri-Fighter set review. So the Droid Tri-Fighter had 3 remakes, which included 2005 version, 2010 version I think, and a 2014 version. So I'm not a huge fan of the vehicle. The vehicle looks really cool though. It's one of the cool droid sets compared to the Vulture droid. This is pretty cool. We're actually really gonna focus mainly on these two, mainly for the big fact that this one is like, if you guys have this or seen this set, right now it's missing almost half the pieces. This set, like the way it is right now, with the old Vulture droid, like so, was given to me free by a friend. So this set I just had in my collection to look like I actually have this set, but trust me, this set has a bunch of detail here all around, and it's much better than what it is right now. So yeah, so I'm just putting it, the size is correct, it's just missing a bunch of pieces and details. So before we get onto the minifigures, we're actually going to go ahead and show you, compare. So these two are the two bigger ones are about the same size, but I really quickly want to compare each one of them to the smaller one, and then we can cast that one off to the side. So really this one it's really small, as you can tell. So yeah, so there you go. There's the proof that they're basically both the same size, these two wise. So the older one was $10 and had more pieces and had an okay look to it, but nothing really interesting there. So here are actually both of them next to each other. Personal preference, I'm not too sure. For me they're really good. I just feel that it's this one with all its flaws improved into this one. So that's my main opinion so far. We're gonna actually check that out if it's true throughout this video. Now one thing to note is actually that when you, well actually I'll show you guys right now. When you actually look at the sets, you can tell that the small cannons here always come much more out. This cannon right here comes much more out right here, so that's not a problem, but it's something different. It's one of the small differences actually. So there you can tell that there's a really nice detailed engine, and there's a, not poor, but an okay engine, I guess. Really there was no need for this set to be remade. This set was just fine. Didn't make great on sales. It wasn't at its best either. And if people really wanted this set, they would just buy it off Bricklink, I guess. So the fact they remade it really doesn't have much to it, so yeah. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and try to compare these buzz droids. It is interesting how we have a really nice model nowadays, so that it really looks like the buzz droid. Pretty happy with it. And then we have the horrible old looking buzz droid. So if you guys have that buzz droid and you were thinking, should I get the new one? In my opinion, it is worth getting the new one. So I lost this piece, so I put this other piece right here, so it would kind of make up for it. So that's the big difference between both buzz droids. They're both fine, just that this one looks horrible. It doesn't look like a buzz droid at all. So yeah. We got the new one, which is actually pretty cool. Both sets. So I kind of forgot to mention these two. The one on the left is the 75044 Droid Tri-Fighter. The one on the right is the 8086 Droid Tri-Fighter. So yeah. This one was 40, this one is 30. Or no, this one's 35 and this one's 30. So yeah. That's something to note. This one has some okay minifigure choice, and this one had, let me see. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. This one just had these minifigures, which I wasn't convinced. Although you did get the Commander Rocket Droid, so that was cool. and this one did have some pretty cool minifigure choices, which I'm pretty happy with. So yeah. So I'm actually gonna take too much of your time, I feel. So obviously both have this main feature where you can obviously open this cockpit thing, and you can add a buzz droid inside. For the sake of it, I'm gonna show you guys how one buzz droid looks in it, but the truth is it's always the same. Like, once I've put this in, you've pretty much seen everything you need to see. So yeah. Not too sure how to do this though, so I guess that's gonna be my first try. So yeah. Let's see. Well, you can fit it in. I did fit this into the review, if it's up yet. So yeah, that's how you fit it in. Big problem with both these sets, more with the new one than I've had with the older one, is the pieces. I did everything right. Well, I built everything right, but it will constantly remain a little bit open, like so. Like, if you can see that, that's like, I'm gonna close it like this, like it should be, and yeah, it opens up. So that's a problem with me, even though that's very picky, but it still remains a problem with me. And I would have thought that by this third version, and for what they're charging us on this improvement, I would have thought like I would have did better on that, but I'm taking the old version, and even the old version has a better, like, still opened up a bit, but not as much. So yeah. So mainly you're gonna buy this set for looks and flying it around. So when you look at this set, except for the cockpit opening and these little turrets moving up and down, there isn't much going on, and it's the same thing on this one. Opens up, and well, here the entire thing comes out. So that's the problem with this new Tri-Fighter. I'm gonna go back to that again. I feel like I built this entire set right, but many of the pieces keep falling out on me, which this older version did not, so not too sure. And obviously the last feature, which is the only feature on this set, here this one has the new flick missile on the bottom, so you can flick this like so. And this is one of the only sets, well, I know the Republic Cannon also has that, but this is one of the only sets where you only have one launcher. Like, I would have really expected to have two, one here and the other one here, and you could actually like flick two of them and such. I would have really expected that and being okay with it, but only one, I don't know. And this version had two huge flick fire missiles down here, so I'm gonna flick one for you guys. So yeah, so they did terrible, and this is what they look like. So yeah. So really, if you guys really want my personal opinion on which one to get, I would mostly consider the fact that I would mainly go for the actually the older one. This doesn't really happen too often, because this has been one of my least favorite sets of my collection for quite a while actually. And surprisingly, I would actually go for this one, mainly for the fact that you can get this one cheaper on eBay, and it's just basically the same. You just have a little bit of different color scheme and a little bit of different build. This one has a little bit stronger build, I think. Yeah, not too sure about that, but supposedly it has a little bit of a stronger build. So if you guys want a strong build, really nice, accurate, then you may want to go for this one. If you guys don't really mind how it looks, you just want to have it for your collection, but you do want to have a decent one, you may want to go for this one. And if you're trying to army build, then you may want to go ahead for this one, and you can buy multiples of this one on eBay for not even $10. This one has decreased in price actually. It's pretty funny. So yeah, so that's my personal opinion. Thanks for watching, and let's move on to the box really quickly before we actually leave. So this one does have, the new one has a pretty large box, and it is a Target exclusive, so something to note, which is why they brought it back as an exclusive, so it doesn't really matter too much. You won't be finding this set in too many places. So yeah, this This is the old box. It's actually pretty big, much bigger than the newer one. And I don't have the piece count for that one. So yeah, so definitely both sets are cool. These are both the mainly both of them are the bigger sets, but the better sets, and the smaller one obviously is the one of the least sets. So, yeah. So that's really it for these videos. Thanks for watching. Please comment, share, rate, and subscribe, and I'll be making more comparison videos, reviews, a bunch of stuff. So stay tuned for that on my channel. See you guys, and bye bye.